It's Bluegill here. Just going for a little hike this morning. It's about 6:30. It is, I believe, August 15th. And I'm hiking up this logging road. Just went through the gate. And don't know really where I'm going. Just gonna hike up this road a little ways. I'm actually in Oregon. Been up here on vacation for a couple weeks, and I've only got a couple days left, so I wanted to get out and do a hike and just kind of look around. So kind of do a panoramic around me. Looks like it's kind of a little more open area back here, but don't know. Never been over in this area. Really, I've done a couple other hikes around here, but this is actually logging company land, but they allow public access to it. So, but it has to be on foot. So I got up early this morning, come out here and see if I could see some elk or anything else, or just maybe walk around. Kind of look around, see what it's like, and maybe next year when I come up I can hike up here and find a little bit better area. But I'll turn it on a few times as I'm hiking up here, and if I see any elk or Bigfoots or anything like that, I'll definitely show. Alright, since I'm just sitting here and I'm not doing too much, I'm just going to do a little impromptu review of what's in my backpack. It's just kind of a basic overview of what I carry every day that I go hiking, and what's usually in my backpack. And I didn't even load it up really before I came because I'm on vacation and I kind of have a limited amount of stuff that I brought with me anyway, but this is just stuff I always keep in my backpack and I always take it with me wherever I go. So I'm just going to peel it off, show you what I think are the necessities, what I carry with me all the time, and we'll just kind of go from there. So this is the backpack I always carry. It's a Badlands. It's like the, I don't know what it's called nowadays. It's like the Super Day pack. I've had this since forever. I think I originally got it in about 2003. So I've had it almost over 10 years now, and you can't even tell it's almost in perfect condition because it's just really well built, and I love it. So these are just some of the basics that I carry. I usually always carry a little set of binoculars just because one of my main purposes of hiking and being out in the field is looking at wildlife and critters. So I always take just a little, it's just a cheapo Bushnell set of binoculars with me. I always got some type of water. There's a water bottle I just threw in there. This is a Goal Zero solar powered LED flashlight. I always keep that in there, and it's always nice because you don't have to worry about batteries and things like that. I mean, if it ever gets low, you can always just throw it out in some sunlight and it'll give you a charge. It's not the brightest light, but it'll make do. And like I said, it's nice because no matter where, I can get a charge on it as long as I get a little bit of sunlight. Let's see what else. I always keep the, this is a Life straw. It's a portable water filter. I showed you that in my trail cam expedition, drinking out of that spring. You basically stick this end in the water source, pop this end off, sip your water through there, it filters it. And I mean, once you have one of these, it's hard to go back to never having one, because you always have it with you, and you always, if you can find a water source, you're set up. Like around here, there's a lot of streams and water sources here, so it's nice to have that and be able to utilize it, not have to pack so much water with you. I always take like a hank of 550 cord, paracord. I mean, there's really no limit on what you can use this kind of stuff for. This is just like olive drab stuff, but I always have some of this stuff. You can make shelters, you can build anything with these hanks of 550 cord. This is my little fire starter kit. I got a flint and steel in there, and dryer lint. That's kind of what I use as my fire starter, because it's free, it's cheap. This is I think a Coulin's, or Coughlin's, sorry, Coughlin's little striker. It gives out a nice spark. I'll even show you. Just gives off a real nice spark, maybe. There you go. And you throw that into some dryer lint, you get fire going pretty quick. Plus I always have a couple of Bic lighters floating around in my pack. Let's see what else is in here. There is my Gorilla Tape, duct tape. It's kind of like the 550 cord. You can never find enough uses for that. Or these are just some extra magazines. I always have my firearm with me, of course. Spear Gold Dot, 180 grain. And 2 extra mags with me. Let's see what else is in there. A bunch of spare batteries, mostly for my GPS. I always have a few of those. That's it in the main compartment. And in this compartment, I just have my Hero GoPro 3 Plus, I guess. It's a silver edition. These are my Beats earphones in case I want to jam down the trail. Oh, and also in the main compartment I have the Goal Zero. It's the Nomad 7, little portable solar charger. This thing is awesome for charging your GPS, your cell phone, pretty much anything nowadays that has a USB port. Throw that out in the sunlight in a few hours, you'll get a charge. Plus it also comes with a little battery pack that has some AA batteries, and so you can just charge this pack, and then you can charge directly from this pack. You can see it has a USB port on there, and or you can throw these batteries into like your GPS or your cameras or whatever you need it for. It also has a little LED light on it, just for gee whiz, I guess. But that has been awesome, because especially when you're trying to film stuff and keep stuff charged, that's always nice to have. It's about I got mine for about 80-90 bucks. I got it on sale. They usually run about 100 bucks, but you know, it's money well spent to me. So let me throw this stuff back in my compartment. And I got a few other little compartments I'll go through real quick. I'm just trying to make this short. This compartment I just have extra. There's my head strap for my GoPro, just little camera attachments. I usually keep, oh, here's my, I didn't even think I had it with me, but I do. Here's my little multi-tool. This is just a Gerber. I'm not sure what model it is. I've had it for 100 years. Just a little Gerber multi-tool with a few little odds and ends on it. And always nice to have in case you need to do a repair, or so you never know what you can use these things for. It's always good to have one. Let's see. And the other side. The other side I have, that's a wind checker. Just blow a little puff and check the wind. It's for hunting. I have two of these. I have two little headlamps. There's a LED one. Let's see what brand that is. Let me see the brand on it. I don't get too much into the brands. This is a Streamlight. That's kind of old school. Takes a couple double A's. This is a Princeton Tech little LED. It's always done really good. It doesn't give off a whole lot, but you don't really need a whole lot when you're moving around in the woods. Just enough so you can not fall into a hole. So a couple of those. I've got, see, I always have a few little Bic lighters. I always keep a few of those. For gee whiz, I have two cigar cutters. I have one cigar, of course, and I have a handful of other batteries there. And that's pretty much it for the pack. A couple other little things I'll show you. That's my GPS. I always have that with me. It's a Rhino 120 GPS. It's really old and outdated, but for what I use it for, it serves its purpose. Got a lot of waypoints on that. Logged a lot of miles on it. Like to upgrade one day, but $500 for a new Rhino. And like I said, for what I use it for, that pretty much does its job. Other necessities I always have. I have the Ontario Rat 1, Coyote Brown. That's kind of an everyday carrier. Always have the gun with me. This just happens to be my Glock 22 40 cal. I usually carry 10mm when I'm out in the woods, but like I said, I'm on vacation, so I didn't want to take every gun I owned. So this is an everyday carrier for me. So that's what I have out here. It also gold, Spear Gold Dot, 180 grain hollow points. It's pretty standard hollow point, but I always have that with me no matter where I go. Use some form of it. Sometimes I carry a Glock 17, Glock 20. Usually a Glock what I carry. But anyway, so that's just kind of a little impromptu review of my pack and what I carry. Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of stuff with me because it was kind of just an impromptu get out and go hiking for a little while in the morning. It's still only about 7:30, but everyone has a little bit different opinion and what they want to carry in their backpack. These are just the basics. That's what I carry with me no matter what. I mean, depending on where I'm going, what I'm doing, I might have a different loadout or something like that, but that's the basic stuff that I take with me. That I'm just about back to the car. I've maybe done, well, up and back, I'll give you a mile or 2 miles up and back. So it's been kind of fun, nice and cool. It's only about 60 degrees. And humid though. We're only about a couple miles from the ocean. It's directly down the road this way. You can see the gate up here ahead of us. And the Pacific Ocean is just about 2 miles yonder. But anyway, well, if I see any elk or anything cruising out of here, we'll flip it on, but probably be about the end of it, this amazing video, and keep them coming. So if I find any more interesting scat along the way, I'll definitely stop and show you that too. So check it out. This is a new area to me, and hope it's been somewhat interesting. It was for me hiking it, so we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bluegill.